Hello, my garden friends. This is Jersey Shore Lisa from MyNJGarden.com. Today is Monday, January 3rd. The winter break is over. My kids should be back in school, but they're not. They're home today because it's our first snow day. Yes, Ocean County, New Jersey, the Jersey Shore is finally getting some snow. And yesterday was about 60 degrees outside, but today it's much colder. It's just about 30 degrees. I'm in the greenhouse right now, checking on the plants, seeing how everything's doing. And it's doing really well. Right now, I do have a heater going in the greenhouse. I'm going to show that to you. It's about 52 degrees in here. So the really tender stuff has died back. There's one pepper that's still kind of holding on. But I did let it get fairly cold in here so that the fig trees would drop their leaves. And that's when I turned the heater on so that everything was at least as dormant as I was comfortable letting it get. But I'm going to turn and that's the outdoors. You can see the snow is really coming down. There's just about 2 inches on the ground right now, but it's going to accumulate probably to about 5 or 6 inches. So I'm just going to back up so you can see what we have in the greenhouse. Now, this is the greenhouse that my husband and I built from old recycled windows last winter. And I did spend part of the winter last year with the very end of the winter with some plants in the greenhouse last year. I did start seeds in the greenhouse in the spring, but now this is our first full winter going through with plants in the greenhouse, and it's working out pretty well. This is an in-ground bed. I have insulated it with some mulch, and that's just animal bedding from my bunny that lives inside the house. So there is some manure mixed in. It's very fluffy, and I just wanted to spread that around to help to fertilize the plants, even though they're in a fairly dormant state right now. And then also to use as mulch and a little bit of insulation. I haven't collected enough to mulch this dwarf pomegranate yet, but it is kind of exciting because it bloomed like crazy this fall, and there are some small fruit on there, but I didn't really fertilize, so the fruit is basically stunted. It's like just that big, and I don't think it's gonna get any bigger. But this is the first time it's fruited, so I think because I've brought it into the greenhouse this year, it was in the ground for a couple of years. I dug it up this summer, put it in this pot, and now I've brought it into the greenhouse. I think it's going to flower earlier next season and give me fruit earlier, which may help the fruit to develop, because now it's cold. It's really not focusing on making that fruit any bigger for me right now. This is a moringa tree, and we have a big parsley plant in the middle of this in-ground bed. This is a tiny little tobacco that was dying in a pot outside, and I just brought it into the greenhouse to see what I could do with it. This is a pepper plant that is basically giving up because it's getting too cold for it. And then there's some celery that's still going, but around it, all those plants that have died back are ginger and turmeric. So if I want to do anything with those roots, I'm going to need to dig them up now and bring them inside and get them going again, just in case it gets too cold for them in here over the winter. I don't want to lose those tubers completely. This is the heater that I'm using in the greenhouse, and I have it kind of, rather than directing it directly at a plant, I'm directing it at this black rain barrel to help kind of warm the water that's in there and hopefully help it to slowly release heat throughout the greenhouse, just have like an ambient temperature. And that is working out pretty well. It's actually not, it's just about 50 degrees in here right now, which I think is fine for a day where it's snowing outside. It's consistently about 20 degrees higher in the greenhouse than it is in the outdoor temperatures at this point. This is a fig tree that I had on the front driveway all summer long, and the nasturtiums are still going strong that are in there, and it does have a little breba crop of figs happening on it. And then there's also the rosemary I brought in, and the Arbequina olive is still really happy looking. It's not dropping any of those leaves, which I didn't know what to expect, because this is the first winter we're doing with this Arbequina olive, but it seems to be pretty happy in the greenhouse at this point. We'll see how it goes, but so far so good. This is another pomegranate and 2 more figs. And then I also have, where is it? This is a calamine orange, and then I have another one over here, and those are Filipino orange trees. They were gifted to me by a friend, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope that they do really well. I also have a Meyer lemon coming, and that's going to live in the greenhouse during the colder spring. I'll probably have to bring it indoors for the winter. I don't know that a Meyer lemon would survive or do really well out here in the greenhouse. So that's what I have in the greenhouse right now during our first snowstorm of 2022. Right in the beginning of January. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I will update you again soon about what we have going on in the garden at MyNJGarden.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.